Hello viewers, welcome to Software Yogi YouTube channel. So in our today's video, we will see how to create a new table or custom table inside ServiceNow. Okay, so let's see. So ServiceNow anyways like provides so many tables by default or out of the box. Okay, so if you want to see like those tables, list of those tables, so you can go to system definition, right? And under system definition application menu, there is module called tables. So you can see all these tables available, right? Name of the table, this is the database name of the table, and this is the user friendly name. Okay, so suppose I'm searching, let's say sys underscore user, right? So you can see uh, database name of the user table is sys underscore user. So this table contains the all users available inside ServiceNow. Okay, same way if you want to search the incident, right? So this is the incident table. So many tables available in the ServiceNow, but still there might be possibility or based on business requirement, you can create your own custom table as well. Okay, so in our today's video, we will see how to create the custom table inside ServiceNow. Okay, so so first you have to do, you have to open the tables module which is available under system definition application menu, and you have to click on the new button. Right now here, okay, no issue. Okay, so now first you have to define the label of the table. So let's say suppose my label is demo custom table. Okay, now you can see as soon as you will just type the label here, demo custom table, so system will create the backend in one table in the backend. Okay, and the name of the table is u underscore demo underscore custom underscore table. So inside database, table will be created by this name, and this u underscore is telling this is a custom table. Okay, so in this way you can understand if any particular table is prefixed with u underscore, so that means you can easily say, okay, these tables are created by manually or some user. It's not created by system or ServiceNow. Okay, so this is very important, like via this prefix you can understand which table is given by the out of the box ServiceNow or which table is created manually or custom table. Okay, so now here this is the field, this is extend table. So suppose you want to create one field, one table which will be inherited from the, let's say suppose any other table, existing table. Okay, so what you can do, you can just select any table here. So let's say suppose task table. So what will happen, whatever fields are available in the task table, so once your new table will be created, so those fields will be available in your new table as well, because that table is inherited from the task table. Okay, this is same is your inheritance concept. Okay, so I'm not inheriting currently, we will see this. I just want to show the plain table without any inheritance. Okay, now this is the application. So what we are doing, we are creating this application in global scope. Okay, so that application scope we will we will discuss in detail when we will discuss the application scope in our other videos. Okay, now here what you are saying, that create module. Okay, this option, create mobile module and add a module to menu, new application menu. So what you are, so see, to access the table, you need some module first of all. Okay, so if you come here, right? So let's say suppose I am opening this user administration. So this is nothing but user modules, right? And if you click on this user module, it will open the sys underscore user table, right? So what is the meaning of this? To access the table, we need some module, right? So that's why you are saying system, okay, at the time of creation of table, please create the module as well. If you check this, okay, otherwise it will not create the module, right? So I want, okay, to create the module also along with the table. So that's why this particular checkbox will be checked. Okay. And if you want to access this table inside the mobile as well or something, so you can create the mobile module as well. Okay. Add module to menu. Now, what you can do, either you can create a separate application menu, same as like user administration is one application menu, and these are the modules associated with this application menu. So what you can do, either you can associate this newly created module, okay, the module which will be created for this custom table, you can associate that new module inside any existing application menu. Or what you can do, you can create a new application menu, and then inside that application menu this module will be associated. Okay, so as of now I am not doing any changes. So what system will do, it will create one new application menu. The name of the application menu will be demo custom table. Then inside the demo custom table, it will add the module as well, so that with the help of that module we can access this custom table. Okay, so let's leave as it is. Okay, now these are the column. If you want to, let's say, add any column, okay, so that what we can do, we can give any column. Let's say suppose name is one column, and what is the type? So let's say suppose string is the type. Okay, you can give any, let's say, max length, so you can give 100. Okay, as of now I'm just creating only one simple column. Okay, string type. Now second tab is controls. Okay, so there are a couple of options available: extensible, live feed, auto number, user role. So extensible is, if you just see the help, so allow other table to extend this table. So if I will check this, so what I'm giving permission to other table, they even so let's say suppose what I want to do, other table, they can inherit this table. Okay, so in that case I need to check this extensible. So I'm making this my custom table as a inherited table. Okay, like kind of means other table, they can inherit my table as well at the time of creation. Okay, so this is the use of extensible. Okay, and this auto number is nothing but what you can do. Let's say suppose if I will create, someone will create the record. Okay, so the automatically one number should be generated, something like that. Okay, so you can just set the prefix. Let's say suppose was the old prefix. Okay, so you can set the number. Okay, and number of digit will be 7, and number will be start from 1000. So what I want, number will be start from, let's say, 0. Okay, and this is, so what will happen when user will create the new record? So record number means the system will add one field automatically. We'll see this. Okay, and then we will discuss. So now this is the create access control rule. Now we will discuss in detail in our, when we will discuss ACL, access control list. Okay, but just for understanding purpose, if you create the new table, so there is one facility available. You can associate default access control rules on your custom table. So based on that, like you can control who can read the table, who can write inside the table, who can delete records in that from the table. So such type of kind of accessibility you can control with the help of this ACL. Okay, So system will create your default ACLs, okay, and you can see, so who user should have this u underscore demo underscore custom underscore table user role, then only that user can read, write or delete or update any record inside the table. Okay, so I don't want to create any ACL here, so I'm just unchecking this. Okay, so if you check this, system will automatically create 4 ACLs here. Okay, like for the read, write and delete operation. Okay, read, write, delete, and this type of 4 operation, they can create the ACLs. Okay, I don't want to create any ACLs, and we will also discuss ACL in detail. That time also we will also cover this thing. Okay, so now this is the application scope. Okay, so as of now, see what we are doing, we are creating our table, this custom table in global scope. Okay, so we will discuss in detail this application scope thing in our application scope video. Okay, so far whatever the table which we have created, it's in global scope. Okay, and so let's see how to create new table. Now you can submit the record. Okay, so now if you refresh this, so we have given the option like system will create the one new application menu. Inside the application menu, right, system will create the one module. So with the help of that module, we can access our custom table, correct? So let's search demo custom. This is our application menu which system has created for us. Okay, and inside that menu, this application menu, system has created the module demo custom table. If you click on this, you can see. Okay, now suppose if I click on new button, so this you can see this number field, this because we have checked that auto number thing, right? If you see here, system definition, and let's let's open this table. Okay, so because of this auto numbering, okay, this prefix, this number field is added here, this one, and you can see this dem, and it record count is started from the 1, right, and this total digit is 7, and this is the prefix. So whatever we have defined here, system is working according to that. Okay, so prefix demo number will be start from 0, number of digit will be 7. So first record will be your demo 00001. Okay, and this is the name field which we have created, and if you see here, show name, okay, this one, because this is a custom field we have created, so that's why you can see its name prefix with u underscore name. Okay, so by this way you can understand. Okay, table is u underscore demo underscore custom table, that means this is custom table, and we have created the field inside that custom table. That's why the field name is also prefixed with u underscore. Okay, and its a type is string, max length is 100. Okay, so now if you see here, couple of fields automatically added here in this table. Okay, let's say suppose come here in this column, so you can see this created by, this is something automatically, these fields are available in any table which is available in the service now. Okay, so this created by is who has created the record. Okay, so let's say suppose let's create first record. Okay, so we'll explain, we'll discuss, just a minute. So now if you open this one, right, this is your list layout, you can change the list layout. Okay, so this is number. Okay, this is auto generated for next record. the count will be auto increment, okay, for okay, and this is the name column, and this is the created time, okay, when this record got created, who has created, because I logged in as a system administrator, you can see here. So that's why this record is created by admin user. If you want to add any tag here, you can add the tag, okay, and you can search this tag in your, so let's say suppose I am giving, suppose demo cost 1, okay, first record. So this tag I can define here, and this is the updated by time, okay, when this record got updated, who has updated this, and how many updates so far happened on this table. So this column is it will tell you, okay, suppose if you update the any value here, so you can see here, suppose I'm updating first record 1, okay, so you can see this updates is now 1. So one update has already happened here in this record, okay, and updated time will be changed according to when you have updated this particular record, okay. So by this way you can create your custom table, you can add n number of fields in that custom table, right? So now let's say suppose we'll create one more table, and this time what we will do, we will extend this table with our task table which is already existing, okay. So same procedure we have to follow, okay. So let's say suppose system definition, right, and we have to open the tables, right, we'll create a new table, right, and let's say demo task table, okay. So name will be auto populated, and this time here we will select the task table because we want to inherit this table from the task table. So all that fields available in the task table, okay, which is, it will be automatically created or available inside your custom table as well, okay. So this time what I will do, I don't want to create a new application menu, but I want, okay, this one module will be created under already existing application menu. So let's say suppose I'm selecting incident here. So suppose here you have to select the existing application menu. So suppose incident. So what will happen, means system will create the module, new module to access this table, and but that module will be available inside the incident application menu, okay. The remaining things I'm not adding any column here, okay. So or better, let's add one column so that we can differentiate which particular column is directly added in this custom table and which, what are the columns coming from the parent table, okay. So let's say okay, custom column, let's say type will be string, that's all, okay. And this can be extensible, okay, and auto number, let's say if you want to key, so suppose dem task, okay, and prefix, this time I want prefix will be start from 100. So first record will start from the 101, okay, 0000, then 101, and let's say suppose I'm unchecking this. So now application access is okay, and it's created in the global scope. So submit. Right. So now what we have to do, we need to refresh this. Where you will find this module now, you have to go to incident application menu, okay, and under incident application menu you'll find this demo task table. See, this is our module, and if you click on this, you can see if you click on new, so these assigned to configuration item, short description, description, work notes, these columns available inside this table because this custom table inherited from the task table and this column automatically came here. Okay. If you want to see our custom column here, so what you can do, this is the form layout. You can configure the form layout to bring our custom column. Let me reopen just a minute. Okay, so our custom column name is just a minute. I don't know. Okay, this is the custom column. Okay, so let's add this here. Save. So now you can see this is the custom column. And now let's see what is the difference between this column and these columns. So custom column, if you see the show column, click on show column, you will see the table is u underscore demo task table and field is u underscore custom underscore column, right? But same way, if you just try to see the detail of this configuration item, right? So here you will find table is task. Why? Because this field is created in task table and because this custom table is inherited task table, right? That's why this configuration item is available here. And this is the field name. Okay, what is the type? So many details available. So by this way, you can understand, okay, which particular column is inherited, which particular column is coming from the parent table. Okay. So this is the thing we have seen. We have created custom table. We have created the custom table and inherited from the task table. Okay. So what you can do, so there are two ways. So one is this thing, right? So you can go to system definition, correct? And you can just change the table attribute here. Okay. If you want to, let's say, suppose change the some details or any other thing. Okay. So you can come here and you can just change this table details here. Okay. But this is something you have to design at the architect level. Okay, so like you cannot change the anything, okay, here in this table except column actually, kind of, because you cannot change the table name, you cannot change the prefix and other things which is something already created. Okay, so first time at the time of creation you have to decide all these things. Okay, so what we will do, okay, and there are one more way actually. If you want to see, let's say, support tables and column, okay, if you want to search your table here, as I mentioned earlier, right, this particular, you can find your table, custom table here as well. Let's say suppose demo, you can see this demo table, demo. Okay, so you can see this is the, these are the field available in the second section, right? And this is the custom field. So if you click on the name, okay, you will see the element u underscore demo table dot u underscore name, right? And this is the detail of the kind of this particular column. Okay, what is the internal type? You will see here whether it is mandatory or not, and what is the type of that particular column string. Same way, if you come here, demo task table, you'll see so many fields, right? But if you, let's say suppose if you click on particular field here, let's say suppose this close notes, so here you will see element table is task table, because this column is created in the task table, and because demo task table is inherited task table, that's why this particular column is available here. Okay, so by this way you can easily differentiate which particular column is created here in the direct in the custom table, and which columns are coming from the parent table. Okay, so if you want, you can see the schema map as well, right? Okay, so let's say suppose if you select this, let's say demo table, this one, and if you click on the schema map, so this schema map, actually it will give you the information, okay, this table is inherited from which table, which other table, or something like that. Okay, but because this is a means custom table, plain custom table, we have not inherited this table via any other table, or any other table they cannot use this table as a, or they are not inheriting this table as a parent table, so that's why this is empty. Okay, now but if instead of this table, if you select this demo task table, so you will see, you can see so many tables, right? So now this is demo task table, and you can see here it is task table also available. So this, that's why this task table columns are also available. So here you can see what are the columns coming from the task table, and which columns created direct in this particular table. So you can see only one column created here, custom column, and remaining columns available or coming from the task table. So by this way you can easily understand via this schema map. And this table, this we will discuss when we will discuss the different field types, because these are mainly related to the reference field type. Okay, so I will explain you in detail that time. Okay, this schema map we will discuss once again, so that I can explain you why this user location and this particular this tables is available inside this schema map. Okay, so that's all for now. So what you can do, you can do the practice, right? And you can create your own table. You can just try to extend it from any other table, task table, just try to change the auto numbering type of thing. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for your time.